47 years ago, on the day I was born, I said to myself, Jay, one day you will meet a player that will perfectly encapsulate all the things that make Hearthstone great. He will be able to reach Legend each month. He will be able to play all the classes masterfully. He will come up with amazing and fun combos, interact with his fans admirably, and he plays a mean drum solo. One day, you will interview this master, and it will be glorious. Ladies and gentlemen, that day is today. Here is 6 questions with Clark Hellscream. Thank you, Clark, for showing up. I appreciate this. This is awesome.
Yeah, man, no problem. I haven't really done, like, interviews like this before, and it's not really all too common in the Hearthstone space, and it's like, you know, I think this is a good way to just, like, kind of get, like, a good idea of the content creators that are in the space, and not everyone can sit down for, like, a podcast or, like, you know, these long interviews that people have, so I think this is a good idea.
Thank you. And I'm doing this mainly because I'm not as good of a player as you, and no one's going to want to watch my gameplay. So, let's get started with the 6 questions. Number 1, and please remember that not all of these are Hearthstone-specific questions. Okay? Number 1, if you were a character in Star Wars or Marvel movies, which one would you be and why?
Okay, so everyone is aware I did have access to these questions, and some of these questions are like, I still had to like ponder them going over them another time, and I kind of had to think hard on this one, and I decided to go with Marvel movies, but I would honestly say like Doctor Strange, and I feel like that's a little bit weird, but like the Doctor Strange character is, you know, he starts as an unlikable character, goes through a trauma, even though it may be self-inflicted. But at the end, he's literally like the most powerful being on Earth, and he has all of this knowledge. And I think that would be a character that I would like to be, where it's like, maybe at the beginning I don't understand something very well, but if you give me time, I will master it.
I love that. That's very good. I like the character too. Doctor Strange is one of my favorites, especially in the movies. Okay, number 2. What is your most prized possession, and it does not have to have any monetary value?
All right, well, this one's pretty simple. Honestly, it's kind of funny that it is a monetary. I mean, it technically has monetary value because it's my wallet. Actually, my wallet is my prized possession, and that's because this belonged to my father. He's really big into Transformers, and it's kind of hard to see it because it's faded, but it's got the Autobots logo on it.
Okay, that's very cool. Number 3, if you had to ban one class in Hearthstone forever, which would it be and why?
I'm going to give 3 responses to this, actually, because historically, I've never liked Hunter, and Hunter is just like the class. I have always said that I hate aggro Hunter because it's just, the idea of the class is just go face, and I've never liked that in Hearthstone. I like variability, and one of my favorite decks of all time is actually Cube Hunter, where it doesn't do any of those things. So Hunter always gets annoying to me, so I would like to kill that if at all possible. But then I remember that Priest is a thing, and everyone wants to delete Priest, and the delete Priest meme is so good, and I just quite literally made a joke about this like 10 minutes ago. So there's that. But more recently, I would say in like the past year, Rogue has been causing me the most frustration.
Understood.
If you were to ask me on my stream, depending on what kind of time you catch me at, I would probably say Rogue, but if I had to lock in an answer, it would be Hunter. I don't like Hunter.
Okay. Number 4, what is your favorite Hearthstone card art?
This one is really difficult. Like, there's so many, like, really good card arts in Hearthstone, and it's hard to, like, lock down, like, one specific card. But honestly, like, a lot of the Death Knight class cards are really, really well done. Like, I can't say this is, like, my favorite, but Harbinger of Winter, for example, that card art is amazing. If I had to choose one, maybe Uther of the Ebon Blade, because the card art on that is really good. You have the 4 Horsemen plus the OTK, and it's just the Death Knight and like Frozen Throne card arts are just some of my favorite in the game.
Okay. Yeah, I like to switch it up and say my favorite today, because the next expansion or the next mini set, it could absolutely be replaced. Number 5. What content creators would you like to work with?
So, content creators that I would like to work with that I haven't so far, because like at the beginning, if you would have asked me like a couple years ago, I would have said people like Zeddy, Lieutenant Eddie, Dexter, and Regis Kilbin, and I would say out of those 4 people, the only person I haven't really worked with is Dexter. But as of right now, I would like to still work with Dexter. He's doing a lot with Marvel Snap right now. But another creator I would like to work with is more people within like the competitive Hearthstone space. So like TWIHS, for example. I would love to work with TWIHS on like a tournament or something like that, or if Fino has like some kind of idea. Like I would love to work with like whoever's planning a big tournament and try to help in one way or another.
Perfect. I love that answer. Number 6 and the final question, and this one could go many, many places. What would your superpower be?
I mean, if we're gonna go with the obvious one, my name is Clark. Having Superman's powers would be pretty freaking awesome. But if I had to limit myself to only one superpower, because that's always the big question. If you know, you can't. Not everyone could be Superman. So if I had to limit myself to one power, I feel like it would be honestly be like super speed. You know, like not necessarily like the Flash, but very similar to the Flash, where it's like you can think very, very quickly, you can react very quickly. Almost like, I think, is it the Rad Russian or the Red Russian in Invincible? Like, he's always constantly thinking and, like, his mind is going as fast as he is sort of thing. I feel like that would be kind of cool, but at the same time, he stresses how not cool it is because he can't turn it off. But I think super speed and being able to toggle it would be really cool.
Perfect. Thanks a ton for this, Clark. For the very few that have not heard of you, where can they find you online?
I'm most commonly making posts on Twitter. I've got a YouTube channel. I've also got a Twitch stream, all at Clark Hellscream, so all the same links should be really easy to find me. But I ended up looking up rank 1 legend on Google the other day, and my videos popped up. So maybe that's another way that you can find me.
Perfect. I like that. Getting that search engine optimization going. All right. Thank you, Clark. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem. Thank you for having me.